Hi, everybody. John Fullerton with Transworld Business Advisors in Omaha. I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about some experiences that I had and tell you a little story about how sellers may perceive things and how that may differ from reality and how that can really disrupt them trying to sell their businesses. So, a lot of sellers, I think, have a misunderstanding that their business is going to be worth a whole lot of money. And sometimes they are worth a whole lot of money. But we hear all these stories about big conglomerates and strategic buyouts. We only hear really, really big deals where they pay astronomical amounts for the business, oftentimes on media. And so that I think leads people to think, well, my small business might be worth a whole lot of money too. Well, the fact is, the businesses are worth a multiple of what you're making as a net, plus the adjustments that we make for any kind of perks and your owner's salary and things like that. So we want to monetize the value and try to increase your bottom line as much as we possibly can. But of course, you're trying to reduce your bottom line as much as you possibly can for tax purposes. So those are some things that you need to consider at least 2 or 3 years before you are thinking about selling, because they're going to look back at your last 3 years of tax returns. Well, I want to tell you a story about it was a great company, and they had really good tax returns. They looked nice and clean, and they had a lot of assets, and there was a lot of value there. And they were making, about $100,000 every year. And typically, those kinds of businesses still are only worth maybe 2 or 3 times what that $100,000 net is with the adjustments in the salaries and things like that. So they were not too realistic about what the business was really worth, and they thought that they really wanted a whole lot more than that. Well, I'm willing to sell a business for whatever a seller thinks is reasonable and make the best case possible in order to sell it for that amount. So I'm a pretty good salesman, and I was able to get the amount that they were wanting. And we had an offer, and then it went into an SBA review process. And 3 months later, finally, we got the appraisal back from a bean counter out in New Jersey who never stepped foot in the business, and then came back with a valuation of half of how much I had sold it for, which was actually the amount that I had told them that it was worth. But I was able to sell it for a whole lot more, and sometimes that sticks. But oftentimes it does not, because the financial advisors and the buyers themselves, and especially the lenders and the loan underwriters, they know what a business is worth. And their biggest concern is that they're going to be able to have a buyer who makes a salary and is able to support themselves and pay the bank back. So there are certain limits to how much you can sell your business for. And the best way to make it worth a lot more is to simply make more money. And another big thing that's very unattractive to a buyer is if you work a whole lot in that business. And if the business is all about you and you leave, then maybe there's really no business left there. So it's very important for you to work on trying to delegate and to bring people into positions of management at your business so that then it works and runs independently of you, so that then it is a money-making machine that you can sell and not just a practice or something that you really are instrumental in making that business work. So my advice to you, though, is to consider a program that we've developed here. Actually, the leading broker for Transworld her name is Jessica Fialkovich, and she has developed a fantastic program based on a book that she developed and wrote, which was called Getting the Most for Selling Your Business. And it takes many of these different rules and puts them together in a way that people are able to understand and digest that material gradually over the course of a year and implement strategic changes that they recommend in order to help them to be able to actually improve the way the business operates, make it more independent of them, and also make it more profitable, which is very key. Plus, also to groom many different things about the business, because there are many qualitative issues that can affect what a business is worth. In addition to the quantitative analysis that really is crucial for a lender. So that program, people who have participated in that have dedicated 1 hour per week over the course of 1 year, and on average seen their businesses increase in value by more than 50%. And furthermore, those who went on to sell, they were able to sell them a lot quicker because they had all their ducks in a row. And then, of course, many people who went through the program, they decided at the end of the year they didn't want to sell their business because they were making more money and they were working less hard. So it really is a great program. And I don't want to twist anybody's arm into trying to sell right now if that's not the right thing for them to do. But what I do want to do is talk to people at least 3 to 5 years beforehand so that they can understand what they need to do. And especially if they can get onto that program and groom their business for sales so that then we can sell it quickly and easily and for the amount that they really deserve for that business. It's a great program for people to get involved with. So if you'd like to talk to me at any time, I'm John Fullerton with Transworld Business Advisors in Omaha. My phone number is 402-213-9945, and my email address is jfullerton, JFULLERTON, @tworld.com. Thanks.